Hello, everybody. My name is Jenny. I'm on the hCG diet. I notice I shift myself in my chair every single time I do this video. The beginning of every one. I think I must slide in my chair as I'm teaching my classes in the morning. And then when I get ready to do this, I feel like I need to pull myself together again. I don't know. Anyway, I'm coming to you with an update on my hCG journey, round 3 of this year, which is kind of like round 1. It's not like I'm doing round 3 and losing even more. We'll talk a little bit about that today. But let's start with numbers. So the first number is, the scale today said 162.5, which was a loss of 1.1 pounds. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. So excited. 4 days in a row of a pound or more every day. This is called kicking a stall in the ass. Oh, if you were on a long stall like I was, 6 days. 6 days. You might have to do some small little tweaks, but your body also will not continue to do that for another 6 days. It won't. I mean, I did a small little tweak in my diet. I eliminated some of the fats that I was having before, but I still put a little pat of butter. It's not like I've eliminated them altogether. And there's some fats in the turkey sausage too. So I've just substituted for smarter choices. I got rid of the peanuts as my snack and I eat 2 turkey sausages instead. Higher protein, less calories, less fat. And I eliminated my salads because of the salad dressing that was on it. And I have just a small pat of butter that goes on a piece of fish in lieu of. So I didn't eliminate it altogether. I did some small tweaks. That is not the result of going from 6 days of a stall to losing a pound every day by any means. It's just the fact that my body kind of went, okay, if you insist, we're going to keep eating like this, I guess we'll lose weight. And now it's agreeing with me. And I would say that those small changes probably did help. So I'm sticking with, it's so tempting, after seeing numbers like this to just go, I could go back to my peanuts. And let me tell you, I would have. There have been a couple times where I've just felt good about myself. I was happy about the thing. I'm just going to have a small little handful. And then I go to the pantry and I get halfway there and realize I gave the can to my husband to hide. They're not in there. And I'm like, argh. And do I usually go get some other protein snack to eat? No. Mm-mm. Now, that being said, I do have one protein snack every day. And that's also because I don't eat the full, let's see, it should be 7 to 8 ounces of protein a day, depending on who you talk to. 7 ounces divided between 2 different meals. If you're following Dr. Simeon's protocol, most places say 8 ounces you should be having a day. Current physicians who are supervising this diet, they usually also say do it in 2 separate meals. I do it as one because I kind of am into doing intermittent fasting in conjunction with this diet. So I'll be honest with you, I thought that maybe that was what was preventing me from losing the weight those 6 days. I thought, maybe I need to really go back to the protocol and separate and have 2 small meals rather than a larger one at one time, even though I prefer to do just 1 meal a day. Because if I have one small one and then another small one, I want another small one. It's just the way I am. I'd rather have one bigger one that really satiates me, and then I'm good. All right. So, the past 4 days, minus 1.7, minus 1.1, minus 1.2, minus 1.1. Yeah, good numbers. Stick with it. Stick with it. Other than that, I really haven't done anything else different. All right. Oh, have you noticed the Chinese down here? I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can move this. It says, Happy Chinese New Year. It's in black underneath. It's Chinese New Year. And my kids are from China, so I put this little greeting at the bottom of all my classes. I guess I could get rid of it, but I'll just leave it there. And I'll wish you a happy Chinese New Year. All right. So quickly today, I was just going to talk about rounds and how much time you should have between rounds. I mentioned that I'm on my third round. Typically, that would mean that I have a significant amount of weight that I want to lose. So I go on one round and then I take some time off. And then I go on another round and then I take some time off. In that round, in between rounds, you're supposed to be on maintenance. You're supposed to maintaining. Your calorie count goes up, the hCG goes down, or gets eliminated. And then there's space between there to allow your body to completely readjust and get used to living life without the before you go to do it again. So very short amount of information about this actually in the protocol, because I've been giving lots of information about it and realizing that this is just stuff I've gathered from the internet, not necessarily from Dr. Simmons. Here's what he has to say. Patients who require to lose more than 34 pounds must have a second or even more courses. So each round he refers to as a course, even though most people refer to them as rounds. A second course can be started after an interval of not less than 6 weeks, though the pause can be more than 6 weeks. So you finish round 1 of hCG and you do, say you do the 6-week round. Okay, so you do it for 6 weeks. You have to wait another 6 weeks before you can go on to round 2. Okay, or longer, but he said a minimum of 6 weeks. When a third, fourth, or even fifth course is necessary, the interval between these courses should be made progressively longer. Between a second and a third course, there should be an 8 weeks lapse. Between the third and the fourth course, there should be 12 weeks in between. Okay, so each time you go on this, you need to have a longer space of not being on hCG before you start it back up again. He doesn't explain exactly the why. I'd love to have more details on that. This was just in his protocol as to really what you should do. He wrote, in this way, it is possible to bring about a weight reduction of 100 pounds and more if required. All right, without the least hardship to the patient. So basically he's saying this is the safe way to lose 100 pounds without causing any kind of, metabolic instances or problems or anything along the way. It's the safest way to go about doing it. And then he has just a simple sentence at the end where he also mentions that men do slightly better than women do on an average daily loss on this diet. All right. So that's it. I just wanted to share that with you. In case you're thinking about going on one round, another round, you hear me talk about how I'm on the third round. I'm trying to think. Between 1 and 2 would have been 6 weeks. Yeah, I went about 8 weeks before I did this round. So I would have to, after this round, wait 12 weeks before doing another round. That's a long time. That's 3 months. Boy, I'm going to have to be really good because I'm ending this. I'm not doing the full 6 weeks. I just can't do this while I do my scrapbooking retreat. It's just, all right, there you go. Everybody knows their limit. Everyone knows their breaking point. So I have done it once. I shouldn't say I can't. I did it once and it was so miserable. And those retreats are so much work and it's just the smallest little pleasure of being able to eat food. It's just necessary for me to get through it. So I don't want to say that it's like a physical impossibility. If I really wanted to, and I did the very first time I ever did this diet because I was so neurotic and so excited about what I was losing, and I didn't want to break anything. I went on one of these retreats and I did not. I did gain a little at the end of the retreat, like maybe a pound or something like that at the end of a week or at the end of a weekend, but then it came right back off. But that was me trying my best to really eat as good as I could. All right. There you go. I have forgotten the last 2 days on Tom to not do my drops, but when I woke up this morning, I kind of had that kind of unsettled feeling that I told you about, when you kind of feel like kind of lethargic and out of it, fatigued and weak is the best way I can describe it. And I kind of felt that this morning when I woke up. And of course, the scale is reflecting 4 days in a row of 4 pounds lost plus 5 pounds lost in 4 days. So I would see if that's really happening. I don't think all those numbers are completely accurate, but clearly metabolic rates going and things are happening in the past couple days, and that could be the fatigue. So I took my drops again this morning because I just felt like I needed them, and I felt better afterwards. So if you look at yesterday's video and we talk about menstruation, Tom, taking hCG, not taking hCG, I read to you exactly what Dr. Simeon's protocol said, but you know your body better than anybody. And my body was telling me today I needed to be on the hCG hormone, and it gave me that little energy boost that I needed to not feel completely out of it. So there you go. So excited. I am convinced tomorrow is going to be another loss. I really am. I'm just so proud of myself that I'm not cheating. I'm just so proud of myself. And I'm very excited and motivated by those numbers that I'm seeing here on the paper on the scale. So overall, here we are on day 19 with a 10-pound weight loss, 10.4. So that's an average of higher than a half a pound a day. I always say that I average about a half a pound a day, and I still average about half a pound a day. Even when I was down to 8 pounds in 19 days, I would say that it's getting close to, now I'm at 10 pounds. It's all, 9.3. They're all in my brain. This whole diet has been an average of about a half a pound a day. So I'm just kind of at the upper end of that half pound where I was kind of below the half pound before. So that makes me feel good. Gotta love it. Today's my last day of having cod. I think after church, I'm going to swing by Costco because I'm almost out of vegetables too. So I can get more cod and I don't have to eat that haddock that's in my freezer. I'm going to have to cook it up though. I wonder if my husband will eat it if I just douse it in garlic salt and... No, he can't have garlic salt if I douse it in garlic. And he likes lemon pepper. I'll douse it in lemon pepper and see if he'll eat it. That's what I'm going to do today. There you go. All right. Usually on the weekend, I have like cheats. Like I'll have a bacon, lettuce, and tomato salad or something like that. But not today. I'm feeling too good about these numbers. I'm going to stick with it. All right. I will see you tomorrow. Got to run, jump in the shower, get ready for church. And you have a wonderful Sunday, all of you out there. Goodbye.